My family thought I wasn't my dad's son, so they completely cut me off. Now they want to get back in touch. I have a bunch of friends Reddit, so this is a throwaway. I don't think the technical details will matter a lot, so I'll get right down to business. 4 years ago, Dad found out my mom had a lifelong affair, more than one. But that's another story. He knew about a couple of affairs she had in the past and forgave her, hanging in there for the kids, moving on, blah blah. But that time, 4 years ago, he found out me and my two siblings might not be his kids considering the time of the affair. This was the first time we all heard of Mom's, well, everything really. There was a whole DNA thing, and it turned out my siblings were my dad's, and I was not. Cool, right? So Dad leaves, divorces Mom, moves out, and takes both my siblings with him. Not me, though. I stay behind with Mom, who hits a new low, finding herself alone, and we both become pretty much outcasts as far as most of the family is concerned. My older brother was particularly mean to me. We were really tight before, and the things he did to me, I swear, had I been bigger at the time, I would have punched him hard more than once. I don't want to get into details because I can't, since I could be recognized, but stuff happened, and I got a DNA test again. As it turns out, DNA test number 1 was messed up, and I'm my dad's kid. Now, I don't need legal advice on this. Grandpa is the man, always had my back. We got a lawyer and are looking to settle, but Dad wants back in my life. My brother is calling and wanting to meet up and talk. I don't want to. I want these people out of my life. Mom already forgave everyone. She's going on a date with my dad, and I feel sick, but not my business, right? I wish them both good luck, but I want none of it. Only nobody leaves me be. I keep hearing that they're family, and I ought to hear them out and give them a chance or I'll regret it later, and that the only reason I won't talk to them is because I'm a teen and stupid or some other shitty explanation. So give me some perspective here, please. Do I sound unreasonable when I say thanks but no thanks? Dad thought I wasn't his kid. Left. Turns out I am his kid, so he wants to be pals again, and I want him gone. Thank you all for the advice. I decided to go with my grandpa's advice, which was kind of the same most of you gave me, and I'll be standing my ground. I've been really annoyed lately because a lot of people around me keep saying I'm a crazy teen and I'll regret it. But Grandpa made a point that I need to stop trying to decide how I'll feel in the future, because the truth is, you can never know. You have to make decisions now based on the feelings and info you have now, not based on feelings and info you might have later. Right now, I'm disgusted by Dad and my brother. I want nothing to do with them. I don't trust them, and I even think there is a chance they might be doing this reaching out just for optics and money. If my feelings change, I will deal with that when they do, cross the bridge when I get to it and all. Yeah, I wasn't really going to post an update on this because I don't see the point. My story is kind of over. But something happened yesterday and I wanted to share. So I decided to stand by my no. I don't want to talk to them. I'll be moving to another city soon and decided to change my number. Grandpa is the only one who will be having the new one. I asked him not to share, and I know he won't. He is a retired cop, so he's really badass and has zero patience. My new number is safe. He called my mom and told her that from now on, if anyone wanted to reach me, they'd have to go through him. So Mom showed up at his place. I've been living with him for a while. She tries to talk to me, but Grandpa says she has to talk to him first, so he can decide whether she is allowed to talk to me or not. So Mom goes insane and starts telling him that it's none of his business, and that this is between me and my dad. So Grandpa goes something like, "If anybody shows up on my lawn to disturb the boy, I'll get the cops, a restraining order, and a shotgun." Of course, Herev DJGE Thames Part 3 of the modified text. It goes on for a while until Mom says I'm not the only family Grandpa has, and that by doing this, Grandpa is pushing everyone away and splitting the family. He has other grandchildren. Why is he picking just the one? And so on. So Grandpa laughs and tells her that through no fault of his, this family blew up long ago, and everyone just grabbed a piece of what was left and ran for it. He looks at me and says, I'm his piece, so he's not letting go. I was feeling like laughing up to this point because Mom was going crazy and all, but when he said that, I broke. Mom left after a while, and I just hugged my old man like my life depended on it. And he just said something like, "Enough now. No need for that. I'm your family. Family doesn't leave you. Remember that when you have one of your own." Before I forget, some people were asking about what my siblings were like. Well, my older brother Josh stole things that were mine or supposed to be mine. He lied to me and about me. And not the innocent kid lies, but things that ruined relationships I had with friends, family, even a girlfriend I cared about. He was a huge bully for years, even hit me once. Mom, or should I say bitchy Brenda, said he's going through a lot too, and Dad couldn't care less and just protected him. Grandpa told him if he ever hit me again, he would break Josh's teeth in. I guess he believed him because he never touched me after the one time. My younger brother Sam is cool. I'd rather not talk about him here. I read the comment section to Grandpa. I had to explain what OG is, and he now wants to watch Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, LOL. But we thank you for all the love. Reading the replies on my first post, he just said, "The internet is very smart." Reading the replies on this update, he got a little emotional and left, saying he had stuff to do, but he got a beer, came back, and asked if there were more people saying stuff. The comment comparing him to Clint Eastwood made his day. Thanks for the love, guys. It is an act of God that I still remember the password to this throwaway. But guys, people, you are not going to believe this. I don't freaking believe this. The lab did make a mistake on my results. What they did is they mixed the results of all the children. I am my dad's biological son, but my older brother Josh is not, which is weird because he looks like Dad. Maybe Mom has a type. Turns out it was his lab result stuff, whatever, with my name on it. He will be triple-checking it now with another lab. But I mean, the settlement has a confidential disclosure clause. Something on details, so I will not be speaking about this ever, ever, ever again. It's damn good money, so shush, but I had to share this because LOL. If anybody is keeping score, I now believe in karma. I wasn't really going to post an update on this because I don't see the point. My story seemed kind of over. But something happened yesterday and I wanted to share. So I decided to stand by my no and not talk to them. I'll be moving to another city soon and decided to change my number. Grandpa is the only one who will have the new one. I asked him not to share it, and I know he won't. He is a retired cop, so he's really badass and has zero patience. My new number is safe. He called my mom and told her that from now on, if anyone wanted to reach me, they'd have to go through him. So Mom showed up at his place. I've been living with him for a while. She tries to talk to me, but Grandpa says she has to talk to him first so he can decide whether she is allowed to talk to me or not. So Mom goes insane and starts telling him that it's none of his business and that this is between me and my dad. So Grandpa goes something like, "If anybody shows up on my lawn to disturb the boy, I'll get the cops, a restraining order, and a shotgun." It goes on for a while until Mom says I'm not the only family Grandpa has, and that by doing this, Grandpa is pushing everyone away and splitting the family. He has other grandchildren. Why is he picking just the one, and so on? So Grandpa laughs and tells her that through no fault of his, this family blew up long ago, and everyone just grabbed a piece of what was left and ran for it. He looks at me and says, I'm his piece, so he's not letting go. I was feeling like laughing up to this point because Mom was going crazy and all, but when he said that, I broke. Mom left after a while, and I just hugged my old man like my life depended on it. And he just said something like, "Enough now, no need for that. I'm your family. Family doesn't leave you. Remember that when you have one of your own." Before I forget, some people were asking about what my siblings were like. Well, my older brother stole things that were mine, or supposed to be mine. He lied to me and about me, and not the innocent kid lies, but things that ruined relationships I had with friends, family, even a girlfriend I cared about. He was a huge bully for years, even hit me once. Mom said he's going through a lot too, and Dad couldn't care less and just protected him. Grandpa told him if he ever hit me again, he would break my brother's teeth in. I guess he believed him because he never touched me after the one time. My younger brother is cool. I'd rather not talk about him here. I read the comment section to Grandpa. I had to explain what OG is, and he now wants to watch Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, LOL. But we thank you for all the love. Reading the replies on my first post, he just said, "The internet is very smart." Reading the replies on this update, he got a little emotional and left, saying he had stuff to do, but he got a beer, came back, and asked if there were more people saying stuff. The comment comparing him to Clint Eastwood made his day. Thanks for the love, guys. So, like I said, I decided to stand my ground. Grandpa VJTM's advice, and most of y'all too, was to hold firm. IVDJTM Mom, tired of folks around me saying IVDGTMM, just a dumb teen, and IVJTML, regret it later, but Grandpa made a solid point. He said, VGNJDON VGTMT, try to predict how you VGTML feel in the future. Make decisions based on what you know and feel now. If your feelings change, cross that bridge when you get to it. DJKJ. Right now, IVDJTMM disgusted by Dad and my older brother Tommy. I don't VJDMT trust them one bit and suspect they're reaching out just for appearances or money. If I feel differently later, IVJTM, I'll deal with it then. I wasn't going to post an update since my story seemed done, but something wild happened yesterday. So I stood firm on my decision not to talk to them. I'm moving to another city soon and decided to change my number. Grandpa will be the only one with the new number. I asked him to keep it private, and I know he will. Heavy JTMO's a retired cop, a real tough guy with zero patience. My new number is safe with him. He called my mom, the queen of drama, and told her that from now on, anyone wanting to reach me would have to go through him. So Mom showed up at Grandpa VJTM's place. IVDJTMV've been living with him for a while now. She tries to talk to me, but Grandpa insists she talk to him first so he can decide if she gets to talk to me or not. Mom goes ballistic, saying ITVDJTNM's none of his business and ITVDJTM's between me and my dad. Grandpa, cool as ice, goes, VJ&J, if anyone shows up on my lawn to bother the boy, I'll call the cops, get a restraining order, and grab my shotgun. DJJ. It went on for a bit until Mom said Grandpa was pushing everyone away and splitting the family. She said he has other grandkids, so why pick just me? Grandpa laughs and says, VDJNJ, this family blew up long ago through no fault of mine. Everyone grabbed a piece and ran. I'm his piece, and IVDJ Temp not letting go. JKJ. I was trying not to laugh at this point because Mom was losing it, but when he said that, I lost it. I broke down and hugged my old man like my life depended on it. He just said, VDJNJ enough now, no need for that. I'm your family. Family doesn't VD-tempt leave you. Remember that when you have one of your own. DJKJ. Before I forget, some folks were asking about my siblings. My older brother Tommy stole things that were mine or meant to be mine. He lied to me and about me, not innocent kid lies, but stuff that ruined my relationships with friends, family, even a girlfriend I cared about. He was a huge bully for years, even hit me once. Mom, or VDJNJ bitchy Brenda VJKJ as I call her, said he's going through a lot too, and Dad didn't VDJTM care and just protected him. Grandpa told Tommy if he ever hit me again, he'd to break his teeth in. I guess Tommy believed him because he never touched me after that one time. My younger brother Sammy is cool. IVDJTMD, rather not talk about him here. I read the comments to Grandpa. I had to explain what OG means, and now he wants to watch Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, LOL. We both thank you for all the love. Reading the replies on my first post, Grandpa just said, VDJNJ, the internet is very smart. DJKA. Reading the replies on this update, he got a bit emotional, left for a bit saying he had stuff to do, but came back with a beer and asked if there were more comments. The one comparing him to Clint Eastwood made his day. Thanks for the love, y'all. Now, here have DJTM as the kicker. ITVDJTM's like a freaking VJTM, twist in a bad movie. Turns out the lab did screw up my DNA results. They mixed up all the kids' VJTM results. I am my dad VJTM's biological son, but my older brother Tommy is not. ITVJTM's crazy because he looks just like Dad. Maybe mom has a type or something. We've DJ Tema are getting everything triple checked now with another lab. The settlement has a confidentiality clause, so I can VJJTMT speak about it ever again. ITVDJTM's damn good money, so let VDJTMs keep it hush-hush. But I had to share this because ITVDJTM's just too good. If anyone VJATM's keeping score, I now believe in karma. So that's where things stand. I'll be moving soon, starting fresh and leaving all this behind. Grandpa's got my back, and that's all that matters. Thanks for all the support. I wasn't going to post another update, but things took another wild turn that I just had to share. I'm sticking to my decision to move to another city and change my number. Grandpa's the only one who'll have it, and I trust him completely to keep it safe. Hev DJ TMME's got no patience for nonsense and knows how to handle things. So my mom, who I've started calling Drama Donna, showed up at Grandpa's place again. I've been living with him, and he's made it clear that if anyone wants to talk to me, they have to go through him first. Drama Donna tried to bypass him, saying ITVJTM's none of his business, and ITVJTM's between me and my dad. Grandpa, as cool as a cucumber, told her, "If anybody shows up on my lawn to disturb the boy, I'll call the cops, get a restraining order, and grab my shotgun." Drama Donna lost it, saying Grandpa was pushing everyone away and splitting the family. She said he has other grandkids, so why is he favoring just me? Grandpa laughed and said, "This family blew up long ago through no fault of mine. Everyone grabbed a piece and ran. I'm his piece, and IVDJ Tim not letting go." At that moment, I couldn't hold back anymore and broke down. I hugged Grandpa like my life depended on it. He just patted my back and said, "Enough now, no need for that. I'm your family. Family doesn't VJJTM to leave you. Remember that when you have one of your own." Some of y'all were asking about my siblings. My older brother Ricky used to steal things that were mine or supposed to be mine. He lied about me, not harmless kid lies, but things that wrecked my relationships with friends, family, and even a girl I cared about. He was a massive bully for years, even hit me once. Drama Donna always excused his behavior, saying he was going through a lot too, and Dad just protected him. Grandpa told Ricky if he ever laid a hand on me again, have JTMD break his teeth. I guess Ricky believed him because he never touched me after that. My younger brother Mikey is cool, and IVDJTMD rather not drag him into this mess. Reading the comments to Grandpa has been a trip. I had to explain what OG means, and now Hev DJTM's all interested in watching Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, LOL. We both appreciate the love and support. When I read the replies on my first post, Grandpa just said, "The internet is very smart." Reading the replies on this update got him a bit emotional. He left for a bit, saying he had things to do, but came back with a beer and asked if there were more comments. The one comparing him to Clint Eastwood made his day. Thanks for all the love, y'all. Now, here VidTMM's the craziest part. Turns out the lab really did mess up my DNA results. They mixed up all the kids' VDTM results. I am my dad VTM's biological son, but my older brother Ricky is not. ETDJTM's crazy because he looks just like Dad. Maybe Mom has a type or something. We've DJTM are getting everything triple checked now with another lab. The settlement has a confidentiality clause, so I can't DATMTT speak about it ever again. ITVDJTM's damn good money, so let VDJTMs keep it hush-hush. But I had to share this because ITBDDTM's just too unbelievable. If anyone DDJTM's keeping score, I now firmly believe in karma. So that VDJTM's where things stand. I'll be moving soon, starting fresh and leaving all this drama behind. Grandpa DJTM's got my back, and that VDJTM's all that matters. Thanks for all the support, folks. So IVJTMDE finally moved to the new city, starting fresh like I planned. Grandpa helped me settle in, and ITVDJTM's been a whirlwind of unpacking and getting used to the new place. It feels good to be away from all the drama and have a clean slate. Grandpa's words keep echoing in my head. VJJDNJ life's full of hard choices, kid. You just gotta make the best call you can with what you know and feel at the time. JKJ. Just when I thought things were calming down, Drama Donna decided to stir the pot again. Chev JTM's been relentless, calling Grandpa non-stop and trying to get my new number. Grandpa, being the badass he is, told her, VDJ Genjive Tim, I'm not giving you his number. You need to respect his space. DJ KJ. She lost it, of course, accusing him of trying to keep her away from her son. Grandpa just hung up on her, saying, VDJ NJ, when you veggie Tim, you sure ready to respect his wishes, wev VGTML talk. DTK. It didn't stop there, though. Drama Donna started sending letters to Grandpa's place, thinking she could guilt-trip him into giving in. Each letter was more dramatic than the last, filled with over-the-top emotional outbursts and attempts to manipulate him. Grandpa showed me the letters, shaking his head. VDJ, this woman doesn't know when to quit, VJTJ, he muttered. He ended up burning them in the fireplace, saying, VDJ, we don't VJT need this nonsense. DJTJ, meanwhile, IVJ have been trying to get my life in order. I enrolled in a community college here, aiming to finish my education and maybe transfer to a university later. I made a few friends already, folks who don't VDJTM'd know anything about my past, and ITVJTM's refreshing. For once, I can just be me without all the baggage. One day, out of the blue, I got a call from my younger brother, Mikey. He somehow got my number, but I wasn't VDTMT mad. Mikey VGJTM's always been cool, and he sounded genuinely worried. VDJ man, just wanted to check on you. Things are crazy back home. Ricky's losing it, and Dad VJTM's acting weird. Just making sure you VJTMry okay. We chatted for a bit, and it felt good to reconnect with someone who wasn't VJTM trying to pull me back into the mess. Speaking of Ricky, Hev DJTM's been spiraling since the DNA bombshell. Turns out, Hev VJTM's not Dad VJTM's biological son, and ITV-JJTM's hit him hard. I heard from Mikey that Ricky VJTM's been acting out, getting into trouble, and blaming everyone but himself. Drama Don of JTM's no help either, babying him and making excuses for his behavior. Dad VJTM's been distant, probably trying to process everything, but it VJTM's clear he doesn't VJTM know how to handle it. As for Grandpa, Hev JTM's been my rock through all this. He keeps reminding me, Vijans you VJTM V got a future ahead of you. Don VJTMit let the past drag you down. DJKJ Hev JTM's right. I need to focus on what VDJTM's ahead, not what VJTM's behind. IVDJTMM working part-time at a local diner, saving up some money and getting to know the community. ITVJJTM is hard work, but it feels good to earn my way. One night, Grandpa and I were sitting on the porch enjoying a quiet evening. He looked at me and said, VDJ of JTM, V come a long way, kid. IVJTMM, proud of you. DJKJ. That meant the world to me. We talked about the future, my plans, and his stories from back in the day. He shared more about his time as a cop, the tough decisions he had to make, and how he always tried to do what was right. VDJTM's not always easy, but you gotta stick to your principles, VJKJ, he said. Then something unexpected happened. I got a letter in the mail, not from Drama Donna, but from Dad. He apologized for everything, saying he wanted to make things right. He asked if we could meet and talk. I didn't know what to think. Part of me wanted to tear the letter up, but another part was curious. Maybe he was sincere, or maybe it was just another attempt to drag me back. I showed the letter to Grandpa. He read it carefully and then handed it back. VJTM's your call, kid. You don't VJTMT owe him anything, but if you feel like you need closure, it might be worth a shot. Just remember you VJTMry in control. Don VJTM let him push you around. DKJJJ, I decided to think it over. I wasn't VDGTM ready to forgive and forget, but maybe, just maybe, hearing him out wouldn't VTM be the worst thing. Life DJTM's been a roller coaster, and IVDATMBM just trying to hang on and make the best of it. Grandpa VJTM's right VDJ the past is behind me, and IVDJTMV got a future to build. Thanks for all the support, folks. IVDJTM'll keep you posted on how things go, but for now, IVDJTMM taking it one day at a time. So, after mulling it over, I decided to meet up with Dad. It was NVDJMEET's an easy decision, but I figured IVJTM'd give him a chance to explain himself. Grandpa drove me to the diner where we were supposed to meet. As I walked in, I felt a mix of anger and curiosity. Dad was sitting at a corner booth, looking older and more worn out than I remembered. VJNJ kid, VJKJ, he said as I sat down. There was an awkward silence before he started talking. He apologized for everything, for leaving me behind, for believing the worst, and for not being there when I needed him. He admitted he was scared and confused, and he didn't BJ to handle things the right way. I listened, but it was hard to forgive him. VDJ why now? DJKJ, I asked. VDJ why did it take so long for you to come around? DJJ, he sighed, looking down at his coffee. VDJ Don VJ Tim, I'd have a good answer for that, Tommy. I was wrong, and I know I hurt you. I just want to make things right. If you VJTM, let me. DJKJ, I didn't know what to say. Part of me wanted to walk out, but another part of me wanted to believe he was sincere. DJ Tim will think about it, VJKJ, I said finally. VDJ but Don VJ Tim expect everything to go back to normal overnight. DJK. Dad nodded, understanding. VJ I get it. Take your time. Just know that I've DJ Tim here if you ever want to talk. DJKJJJ. I left the diner feeling a little lighter but still unsure. Grandpa was waiting outside, and we drove home in silence. Later that night, as we sat on the porch, Grandpa spoke up. VDJ you did good, kid. It VJTM's not easy facing stuff like that. DJKJ. A few weeks passed, and things started to settle down. I was busy with college and work, making new friends and building a new life. One evening, Drama Donna showed up unannounced at my place. She looked frazzled, and I knew it was going to be another dramatic encounter. VDJ what are you doing here, Donna? DJKJ, I asked, trying to keep my cool. VDJ I just wanted to see you, Tommy. VJK, she said, tears welling up in her eyes. VDJ miss you. Can we just talk? DJK, I sighed, not really in the mood for another round of her theatrics. VDJ fine, talk. DJKJJ. She went on about how hard things had been, how much she missed having me around, and how everything was falling apart. I could see right through her act, but I let her finish. When she finally stopped, I said, VJ Donna, IVJT am not interested in your drama. IVDJ TMV got my own life to live, and IVJ TM done with all the chaos. If you really want to make things right, you need to respect my space and stop trying to drag me back into the mess. JTJ. She looked stunned, like she didn't BJ expect me to stand up to her. VDJNG, but WebDAT Emery family? DJK, she said weakly. VDJNJ family doesn't DT abandon each other, Donna. Family stands by each other no matter what. You and Ricky made your choices, and now you have to live with them. DKJ. She left, looking defeated, and I felt a strange sense of relief. It was like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. Grandpa was right, VDJ. I needed to focus on my future, not the past. One night I got a call from Mikey. He sounded excited. VJ man, guess what? I got accepted into that university I applied to. IVDTM moving to your city next semester. JJ, I was thrilled for him. VDJNG, that VGTM's awesome, Mikey. WebDJTML finally get to hang out more. DJKJ. Having Mikey around would be great. He was the one person from my old life who didn't bring any baggage. We talked for a while, making plans and catching up. It felt good to have something to look forward to. As the days went by, I found myself thinking less about the past and more about the future. I was doing well in school, making friends, and even started dating a girl named Lisa. She was smart, funny, and didn't to know anything about my past. It was refreshing to just be myself without any drama. Grandpa and I still had our porch talks, and he continued to share his wisdom. Life FJTM's a journey, Tommy. It VJTM's got its ups and downs, but you just gotta keep moving forward. Don VDTM and let the past hold you back. DJKJ. He was right. I couldn't be DJ Tim and change what happened, but I could choose how to move forward. And that VDJTM's exactly what I plan to do. Thanks for sticking with me through this journey, folks. Your support means a lot, and IDOWRKHereLady will keep you posted on how things go from here. Life kept moving forward, and with Mikey around, things started feeling more like home. He settled into the university pretty well, and we often hung out after classes. Having him nearby was a blessing. It reminded me that not all ties to my past were toxic. One afternoon, I got a call from Lisa. "Hey, Tommy," she said, her voice a bit shaky. "I ran into your mom today." I felt a lump form in my throat. "Drama, Donna? What happened?" Lisa sighed. "She was at the grocery store. She started talking to me, asking about you, trying to get details. She seemed desperate." I groaned. "I'm sorry, Lisa. She just doesn't know when to quit." "It's okay," she said softly. "I told her I wouldn't get in the middle of it, but she looked pretty upset." I thanked Lisa for letting me know and assured her she did the right thing. After hanging up, I sat on the porch trying to figure out my next move. Grandpa noticed and came out with 2 beers, handing one to me. "What's on your mind, kid?" he asked, sitting down beside me. I told him about Lisa D. Tem's encounter with Drama Donna. He shook his head, taking a sip of his beer. "That woman VJM's got nerve, I'll give her that. I just don't get why she can't VJTM leave me alone," I said, frustration seeping into my voice. "Chev JTM's got Ricky to worry about. Why not focus on him?" Grandpa looked thoughtful for a moment. "Some people can VJTM to stand losing control. She had a hold on you for so long, and now that you've VJMV broken free, it drives her crazy." I nodded, knowing he was right. "But what do I do? Chev JTM's not going to stop." He smiled slightly. "You keep doing what you're doing. Set boundaries. Don VJTM, let her back in." A few weeks later, I got another letter from Dad. This time it was different. He wasn't VDTM just apologizing. He was asking for a chance to rebuild our relationship. "I know I messed up," he wrote, "but I want to be a part of your life again. I want to be there for you, like I should have been all along." I showed the letter to Grandpa. He read it carefully, then looked at me. "Sounds like Hev DJTM's trying, kid. Maybe give him a chance. Doesn't VJTM mean you have to forget, but people can change." I thought about it for a long time. Finally, I decided to meet him again, this time with a clearer head. We met at the same diner, and this time the conversation was less awkward. He talked about the counseling he VJTMD been going to, trying to understand his mistakes and become a better person. "Tommy," he said, looking me in the eye, "I know I can VDT change the past, but I VJTM hoping we can build something new, something better." I took a deep breath. "I VDJTM willing to try, Dad, but itty VDJTM's going to take time." He nodded, understanding. "I VDJTM'll take whatever I can get." As time passed, we slowly started to rebuild our relationship. It was NVDJTM easy, and there were still moments of tension, but we were making progress. Dad was genuinely trying, and I could see the effort he was putting in. Meanwhile, Drama Donna was still trying to stir up trouble. She showed up at my place again, demanding to see me. I stood my ground, repeating what IVJTM told her before. "You need to respect my space, Donna. IVJTM done with all the chaos." She tried to guilt-trip me, but I didn't VJTM budge. Eventually she left, looking defeated once again. It felt good to stand up for myself, to not let her manipulate me anymore. One evening, Lisa and I were sitting on the porch, talking about the future. "You VJTM have come a long way, Tommy," she said, smiling. "I VJTM am proud of you." I smiled back, feeling a warmth in my chest. "Thanks, Lisa. I couldn't VJTM have done it without you and Grandpa." Grandpa came out, hearing his name. "What VJTM are you 2 lovebirds talking about?" Lisa laughed. "Just how amazing you are, Mr. Eastwood." Grandpa chuckled. "Flattery will get you everywhere, young lady." Life was far from perfect, but it was getting better. I had a solid support system, and I was learning to let go of the past. Grandpa DJ TM's wisdom, Lisa DJ TM's support, and even Dad V DJ TMM's efforts were helping me move forward. One day, Mikey and I were hanging out at the local park, throwing a football around. "You seem happier, man," he said, catching the ball. "It V DJ TM's good to see." I nodded. "Yeah, I guess I am. It VJTM's been a rough ride, but things are looking up." As we played, I realized how much I VJTM'd grown. I was NVDJTM the same scared, angry kid anymore. I was stronger, more resilient. I had a future to look forward to, and for the first time in a long time, I felt hopeful. Thanks for sticking with me through this journey, folks. Your support means a lot. HereVDJTM's to new beginnings and the road ahead. Life VJTM's a roller coaster, but with the right people by your side, you can get through anything. Thanks for being part of my journey. And Herev to whatever comes next. Life kept rolling on, and I was starting to find my groove. Mikey was thriving at the university, and we hung out often. Grandpa and I had our porch talks, and things with Lisa were going great. But as expected, Drama Donna wasn't done causing trouble. One Saturday afternoon, I was working a shift at the diner when she walked in. She looked around until she spotted me, then marched right up to the counter. "Tommy," she said, her voice dripping with fake sweetness, "we need to talk." I sighed, trying to keep my cool. "I'm at work, Donna. This isn't the time or place." Ignoring me, she went on, "I heard you're trying to rebuild things with your dad. Why can't you do the same with me?" I could feel my co-workers watching, and I knew I had to stay calm. "Because you never respected my boundaries, Donna. You never listened." She looked around, realizing she was making a scene. "Fine," she hissed, "but this isn't over, Tommy. Not by a long shot." She stormed out, and I felt the tension in the diner ease. My manager, Karen, came over and patted me on the back. "You handled that well, Tommy. Don't let her get to you." After my shift, I went home and told Grandpa what happened. He shook his head, looking frustrated. "That woman just doesn't know when to quit. You did good, kid. Proud of you for standing your ground." As the weeks went by, things with Dad continued to improve. We started meeting regularly, and he was making an effort to be involved in my life. It was slow going, but it felt like progress. One evening, he invited me to a family barbecue at his place. I was hesitant, but Grandpa encouraged me to go. When I arrived, it was a bit awkward at first. Ricky was there, sulking in a corner while Dad was busy grilling. He greeted me with a smile and a hug. "Glad you could make it, Tommy." Throughout the evening, I mingled with family members I hadn't seen in years. Some were supportive, others were wary, but overall it was a positive experience. At one point, Dad pulled me aside. "I'm really glad you came," he said. "It means a lot." I nodded, feeling a bit more at ease. "Thanks for inviting me, Dad. It VVD TMs. Nice to see everyone again." The barbecue ended on a high note, and I left feeling hopeful about the future. Grandpa was waiting on the porch when I got home. "How'd it go?" he asked. "Better than I expected," I admitted. "It was good to reconnect with some of the family." Grandpa smiled. "Told you it was worth a shot." Meanwhile, things with Lisa were getting more serious. We spent a lot of time together, and I started to see a future with her. One night, while we were sitting on the porch, she brought up the idea of moving in together. "What do you think, Tommy?" she asked, looking nervous. "Would you want to live together?" I thought about it, then smiled. "Yeah, Lisa, I think that VJTMD be great." We found a small apartment not too far from Grandpa DGTM's place, and the move went smoothly. It felt like a big step, but having Lisa by my side made it easier. Grandpa was supportive, helping us with the move and offering advice. Life was starting to feel normal again, and I was grateful for that. I still had moments where the past crept up on me, but I was learning to deal with it. Grandpa DJTM's words echoed in my head, reminding me to focus on the future. Then one day, I got an unexpected call from Ricky. He sounded different, almost humble. "Tommy, can we meet? I need to talk to you." I was hesitant, but curiosity got the better of me. We met at a coffee shop, and he looked like heavy JTMD been through the ringer. "IVGATMM, sorry for everything," he said, looking down. "I was a jerk and I treated you horribly. IVJTMM trying to change to be better." I didn't GMT to know what to say. Part of me wanted to tell him off, but another part saw a chance for healing. "It VDGJTM's going to take time, Ricky, but if you VJTM are serious, we can try." He nodded, relief washing over his face. "Thanks, Tommy. That means a lot." As I walked back home, I felt a strange sense of peace. Maybe things were finally starting to fall into place. Grandpa was waiting on the porch, as usual. "How did it go with Ricky?" he asked. "Better than I expected," I replied, sitting down next to him. "Hev GTM's trying to change." Grandpa nodded, looking thoughtful. "People can surprise you, kid. Sometimes they just need a chance." Life continued to move forward, and I was finding my way. With Grandpa JATM's wisdom, Lisa VJTM's support, and even Dad VJRTM's efforts, I was building a future I could be proud of. The past still lingered, but it no longer defined me. I was stronger, more resilient, and ready for whatever came next. Thanks for sticking with me through this journey, folks. Your support means a lot. Harev JTM's to new beginnings and the road ahead. Life VDJJ Tim's a roller coaster, but with the right people by your side, you can get through anything. Thanks for being part of my journey, and here of JTM's to whatever comes next.